I often show this picture to people. It's worth looking at, and when you look at it, it looks like, often people say, well, there are women. And I say, well, if you take a look closer, they're not actually women, they're men, but they're very, very special men. They're some of the most unique men on this planet. Because in their vanity and in their elegance and their femininity, they're warriors. And they're warriors to the extent that they live with these camels. And if, by chance, and it happens on a fairly regular basis, that camels get attacked by lions, these effeminate Samburu warriors will go after them with their bare hands, and they've been known to kill lions with their bare hands. So I found it so profound that you have this picture that as we perceive beauty and femininity, and they spend half the day looking in these little mirrors and playing with their beads and their makeup and with their bodies, but when the going gets tough, they can physically kill the lion with their bare hands. So I find it very profound. Okay, this is one of my favorite pictures. This is of the Huli warriors in Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is one of the most fantastic places still left on the planet. In the world, there are 7,000 official languages, and 1,000 of those 7,000 are in Papua New Guinea alone, in one island, because these tribes live in these deep, deep valleys, and they never travel from one valley to another. So they all have these fantastic, very, very personal cultural identities. But these people are so special that these hats they wear are wigs. That's why they're called the Huli wigmen. And when they're teenagers, they grow their hair, and they spend the whole of their adult life making these individual hats out of their own hair and these birds of paradise feathers. And each one is different, and each one is identical. So you have these people who have nothing. They have no material wealth. They have no money. They have no objects. But they're extremely vain, extremely proud, and in many ways very, very, very happy with what they have and their own individuality and their own balance and their own appearance. And again, they're men. The picture is made, as I was mentioning earlier, all made on a plate camera. So it's very, very slow, and this is a very dark setting because there's no direct sunlight. So I think the shutter speed on average was about 4 seconds. So I've spent a week talking with these people, explaining to them what I want to do. And again, it's not about, they don't understand what a camera is, they don't understand what a photograph is, but what they did find was this very eccentric, bald, passionate photographer who was desperate to put them on a pedestal. So I spent a week on my knees, touching them, telling them they were beautiful, telling them they were proud, telling them they were strong, and putting them on a pedestal, making them feel important, making them feel like icons. Then eventually took them to this setting, stood them there very early in the morning with this very slow shutter speed, but you've got to have a real connection for them to understand that they have to stand still. But not only stand still, but stand still with pride and power and dignity. And if you look at the way they're standing and they're holding, I've managed to communicate to them in one way or another an extreme wealth in their own being. And this makes me very happy because it's exactly what I was looking for, although it's very, very, very stage managed.